are the very popular. Oh god! What is that thing? That's a much bigger enemy. Oh, it's a big mob. Oh god! Rattle Brothers. We are back with Drogan. We found him. So let's continue. I don't know if I'd consider this is real. We're not really on it. Space Marines love to go on crusades, but we're just going to continue this mission, this operation. How's it going, Mr. Drogan? What are you armed with? You have a bolt pistol. Amazing. So, Drogan referred to himself as a psyker earlier. That's something worth talking about. Psyker.
Space Marine! You're trying to steal my Titans? Steal my loot? I'll rip your guts right out your throat! The orc himself! I'm gonna put your head on a spike!
You gotta love orc mentality. It's already his Titan. You know, like, it doesn't even matter that... It doesn't even matter that, like, you know, like, he hasn't even successfully stolen it yet. But that's the orc mentality, though. It's already his, and we're trying to steal it from him. And he doesn't even have it yet, and it's our Titan, but, like, we're trying to steal it. That's what you gotta love. That's what I love about orcs. They're like, I don't even. There's just a certain personality about orcs. Space Marines are great with orcs too. Like they'll pronounce their names all like you might have like in Dawn of War 2. Like I remember this mission where there's an orc named Ripa Splitta, and like they're going through the tactical debriefing, and they're like, "You, Commander, you are to go after the orc Ripa Splitta." He's like pronouncing it all like with very precise diction, and they take everything so seriously. It's orcs are great. Orcs, like, it might seem strange to have orcs in your science fiction game, but let me tell you, orcs are great. I would, you know, it wouldn't be the same without having orcs in Warhammer 40k. Oh god. I thought I was gonna use my, there we go. The Sig. Not the Sig. Hold up now. Oh yeah, so the Inquisitor referred to himself as a psyker, and psyker is the term of someone who uses psychic powers. So it's kind of like, you know, a fusilier is someone who shoots guns. Well, a psyker is someone who uses psychic power. Now I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Well, you ready? The term psyker could be argued. Everyone, Leandros, listen to me. Listen to me. Not you, though. Not you. This is heresy, what I'm about to say. You can't say this in the Imperium. But the truth is that the term psyker is a propaganda term. Psychic power is really just magic. It really is. And I'm not being facetious. I'm not saying, oh, it's like calling the Force magic, which the Force is basically magic. No. Other psychers in the Warhammer 40k universe, they don't refer to themselves as like librarians or psychers. They refer to themselves as like warlocks or sorcerers, because they know that psyker, that's just it's just a new modern day term for a magic user. Because this is a science fantasy world. Now, why that?
The orc has a scent for us now. Damnable creature. Had he not blundered onto this world?
But he did, Drogan.
A good point. I've actually, so just what Titus said just now, I've said that to other people. When people start complaining, like, if only this didn't happen. No, you gotta be like a Space Marine and say, but it did happen. It doesn't matter what we could have done. This is the current situation. That's what I love. You gotta love the certainty. It's like, this is just how it is. And complaining about it's not going to help. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So, if we have orcs in space, there's also elves in space.
Full access granted.
Oh, this is the plasma pistol. Okay, so I guess instead of having my pistol sidearm, I have my plasma pistol. The Mark III Sun Fury plasma pistol fires balls of superheated plasma, can fire quick shots or a more powerful charge shot. This replaces my bolt pistol, so I gotta pick between them. Sure. As you can see, it's just a baby one. You can charge it up, and then it becomes kind of like a grenade launcher. It's pretty useful, if not for the fact that we won't really run out of ammo that frequently, but it's not a bad weapon. I would prefer to have the full-size plasma rifle, though, or the plasma gun. What was I saying? Damn it, Battle Brothers, why can't you help me remember what I'm talking about? How are you ever going to become Ultramarines if you can't Ultra remember what I'm talking about and help me? Oh, yes. Magic. Yes, so we have space orcs. They're... No! Here.
My boys want to give you a proper greeting.
Someone's making a noise in my house. Oh, God, it's an Ard boy. Oh, he's got a shield. Oh, my God, he's blocking all my attacks. Oh, he's doing a really good job, too. Wow. So this guy we just saw, he's a weird boy. That's the name of an orc, the Orc Psyker. The Orc Psykers are known as weird boys. Why are they known as weird boys? I don't know. That's just because they're weird. You know, just if we get a chance to look at him, you'll see that we can see his brain. Why? I don't know. He's weird. Don't ask for explanations about orcs. Orcs believe very unusual things. Like, for example, they believe that if they paint their vehicles red, they will go faster. And it's actually true. If they paint their vehicles red, they will actually go faster. No, I'm not pulling your leg. Like, through the power of sheer collective belief, it's just true. Like, orcs are a strange lot. But they're great. I love orcs. It wouldn't be the same with Warhammer would be... It would just be like Hammer without the orcs. What was I talking about? Oh, yes. So Psykers, they're actually magic users. They're sorcerers.
How deeper does this facility go? Manufactorum? Far deeper. The whole generator room is actually suspended above a venting shaft.
Suspended?
Yes. In case of catastrophic overload, the whole room can be shunted away into the depths.
Are we done yet? Can I talk?
Ah, yes. Here we are. Colder than a space wolf's smile in here. Yes, a byproduct of the device's functioning.
So, now we have to talk about the Space Wolves, because they just referenced it, which means we're gonna... Space Wolves are another chapter of Space Marines. They're one of the originals, just like the Ultramarines. They're one of the original 20 Space Marine legions. People really like the Space Wolves. They're one of the... I would say they're probably in the top 3 most popular Space Marine chapters. And that's because they are heavily influenced by Viking, or basically, like Scandinavian, Norwegian mythology. Or not even mythology, but yes, mythology, but also just culture. Like, they're basically...
Captain Titus, proceed into the main chamber. We need only obtain the power source at the core of the generator. I will initiate decoupling from a control console.
Understood.
So the Ultramarines are based on kind of a Roman and Greek aesthetic, which is why you got
Brother,
Titus.
Guard the access points.
I have engaged the decoupling sequence, Captain. You must keep the chamber secure until the power source is exposed.
Identity confirmed. Drogan, Ordo Xenos. Warning. Primary containment fixture disengaged.
There. The primary shield is open, Captain. Head into the central chamber.
Oh, so here's something. If you look at Titus's right shoulder pad, you'll see that skull. The skull is the command skull, and there's laurels around it. That's how you know he's captain. That's the insignia of being a captain over here. You always have your chapter symbol. In the case of the Ultramarines, it's this like Omega symbol. If it were the Space Wolves, our armor would be a different color. But on top of that, you'd have this wolf symbol right over here. And he's a sergeant. Oh, the number 2 there. You might think that means second company, but I believe it actually means second squad. So he might actually be the second tactical squad, sergeant for the second tactical squad. Let's see. Here we go. There's a command skull there because he's a sergeant, and also, like I said, he's got a lot of honors. That's why he's so much fancier. But okay, fine. I'll go in here. Stupid. Don't let me talk about anything. Yep.
Alarm. Xenos detected.
Xenos? Where? Oh, he's got a shield.
Captain, the war boss.
Oh god, it's the war boss.
Space Marine! What are you hiding down here? Whatever it is, I want it!
This looks like a good place for some fury.
Hold back the greenskins, Captain.
Oh yeah,
The
good
power
place
source
for it.
will free the generator shortly.
Oh my god. That's it, give me it. I think we could all agree that was a good place. Just taking out two of those orc knobs there. So a war boss is...
Your throat!
This is not going to be crap to him. So a war boss, that's the leader of orcs. I mean, like, there could be more than one war boss, though. Like, they're you know, like, orcs are known for, like orcs settle everything through violence or through trickery. Some orcs are pretty cunning. They'll backstab each other. How do I kill these guys efficiently? Maybe I need to use these? Okay, that's actually working, because those guys are actually pretty tough. Oh, here it comes. I've had enough of you. Wait, I don't need this weapon on. Hey, stop shooting rockets at me. Wait, I just need to go into melee combat. Oh, that's your battle cry? What a pathetic battle cry. Let me try. Nope, it's not doing it for me.
That does it, Space Marine!
No, you don't. Oh, there's so many of them. I can't. Yeah, when you're just getting surrounded, you just have to get into melee combat. Oh, I love these executions. I love this. There is another melee weapon in the game. Oh, wait, I need to interact with this. I'm just like getting caught up in destroying things. I can't even I'm gonna forget about what I was talking about.
This sparky thing what you want, Space Marine. Then I'll take it for myself.
Oh man. He doesn't even know what it is. And he doesn't care.
That damn orc will kill us all. Grab it, Captain. Force the power source into his canister.
Oh god.
Quickly!
Okay, I can't. Okay, I'm pretty sure I need to clear these guys out first. Oh god, he's like... I got it. Okay, I got the execution off. Who's shooting me? Stop shooting me. I need to execute somebody to get my health back. There we go. Okay, I think I need to like... There we go. How am I supposed to... Oh my god.
The power source is returning to the generator. Captain, grab it!
Okay, I did it. I grabbed it. Did it go? I'm assuming it didn't go critical on us. All in a day's work.
Sidonus, Leandros, respond.
Captain, the Inquisitor insisted you could not have survived.
Well, I did, and I have his precious power source.
We set a rendezvous in Hab Center Andris. These tunnels will spit us out there eventually.
Fine. Continue heading toward the Hab Center.
Okay. Now I got a glowy thing. And I can't go through here. Sewers. Oh, every time I go into sewers, I think of Dead Island and how much I hate the sewers in Dead Island. If I ever play that game for the channel, you'll get to see why I hate the sewers in Dead Island. Are you cats making noise? Is this place a maze? I don't remember this area too well. Don't look at me like that, cat. You're no brother of mine, cat. What's all this stuff? Stalker bolter, I need that actually. For some reason we did not start with all of our weapons, so I'll take it. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Space Wolves. Yeah, so the Space Wolves are, well, they're known for a lot of things. But one of the things they are definitely known about is not getting along with the Ultramarines. Yes, Ultramarines and the Space Wolves. I mean, like, they'll fight side by side. You know, they're not going to, like, betray each other or anything. But they're known for not really caring for one another. You know, like, they're not big on each other. And why is that? Well, one, they don't, the Space Wolves are notorious for really not giving a crap about the Codex. They give a crap about it as much as they did agree to reduce the numbers of the Space Wolves by founding successor chapters. That was actually an edict by the High Lords of Terra. But they always try to get around it. They always try to have more than 1,000 Space Marines, and the way they do it is by not technically classifying certain Space Wolves as Space Marines. Like, oh, they're not really Space Marines, so it doesn't really count that, you know, they're not part of our 1,000 Space Marine camp. So, you know, they're always doing that, and, you know, you see, after this, so there's a big old civil war called the Horus Heresy, because back in the day, and by back in the day I mean 10,000 years ago, Horus was the second in command of the Imperium. So directly after the Emperor was Horus. And so after the Horus Heresy was done, there was this whole big convention between the remaining Primarchs of the Space Marines, who, if you remember, those are the leaders. The leaders of the Space Marines. And, like, it doesn't do justice to say, like, just the Primarchs. Like, a Primarch is, like, the ultimate Space Marine. In the same way that a Space Marine is superhuman compared to an Imperial Guardsman, a Primarch is superhuman compared to a Space Marine. Like, even in size, like, a Primarch is gigantic. He's like basically, like, they're often called, like, demigods. Not in the sense that they are semi-divine, like, I don't know, maybe in the expanded literature, maybe there's an argument to say they are, but, like, they're basically just kind of viewed as, like, these, like, good God, they're, like, gigantic, like, huge, hulking supermen. And, so half of them turned traitor, which, you know, like, we'll talk about, you know, if we get to it, we'll talk about traitors later on. That's a really big part of the Warhammer mythos. But the ones that stayed loyal, they had this big old argument over, like, how to manage the Imperium in this kind of post-Emperor world. Oh my God, I don't know if I should be breaking all this stuff. But, there was a big deadlock. I can't remember how many Primarchs stayed loyal. I think it was like 7. There was, I'm pretty sure it was either 7 or 8, and they were 50-50. They were basically split. Oh God! Dropping a squig on me. They were basically split, and half of them were like, Gilliman of the Ultramarines is right. We need to do this whole, like, Codex thing, reorganize the Imperium for kind of a post-Emperor world. And the other ones were like, no. The Emperor knew best. You know, the old ways were just fine. We need to just kind of, like, continue doing things the way they were. You know, we don't want to break up the Space Marines. And like I said, there's this big old deadlock on it. And eventually, some of, I guess you could call them like to use an American term, the swing states or the swing Primarchs. Eventually, I believe it was Rogel Dorn. I believe Rogel Dorn decided to switch and agree with this whole idea of the Codex. And he did it not necessarily because he thought the Codex was the best idea, but because he was like, okay, if we don't do this, we're gonna have like another civil war. Like that's how big of a deal this is. Like we're gonna risk a second Imperial civil war if we do not find some way to like agree. And so that he was one of like, I believe there was two Primarchs, and he was the one that wound up breaking the tie, and that's why they went with the whole idea of the Codex. The funny thing is, like I said, Rogel Dorn, and he's the Primarch of the Imperial Fist. Like I said, he wasn't a big fan of the Codex, but when he switched, he's kind of like, nope, when we go all the way. And so then he became like, some argue that, you know, the Imperial Fist might practice the Codex even better than the Ultramarines. That is how some people make the argument. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, but it was interesting. And also interesting is that one of the successor chapters of the Imperial Fists are the very popular, oh god. What is that thing? That's a much bigger enemy. Oh, it's a big knob. Oh god, he's like body slamming me. Oh no, he's like cheating. He's doing things that involve cheating. Oh no! Run away! Run! Run with amazing bravery. Let's use the... Ow! Run with amazing bravery. There we go. We just need to make sure our armor is up. Ooh, this guy's tough. There we go. That can get my health back. Oh, it tricked him. Went with the feint attack into the foot. And then I guess I like ripped his jaw off or something. Something suitably horrific. Oh yeah, so Black Templars, they're super popular. People love Black Templars. And they are like the super Codex haters. They're like, they don't just disagree with the Codex, like they hate it. They're like, we just can't. And so like, they're like, you know, they wouldn't kill Ultramarines. They wouldn't go out and like fight the Ultramarines, but they are always opposed to them, any of their ideas.
I didn't tell Transmechanic First Class Alaric because I didn't want to be ridiculed. And today, I heard voices. The signals in a Borg fleet heading straight for Graia. That's when I told Alaric. You should have seen the shock on his face. If he'd believed me a week ago, we would have had that much more warning. He was wrong. I was right. Finally.
Well, too bad Graia it wound up not being right, but... Oh, I missed. I had that small opportunity. Got him that time. Got him that time, boys. I'm sorry. Got him that time, Battle Brothers. You know, just between me, any of my viewers who are familiar with the Dawn of War series, I kind of wish they would bring Indrik Boreal back. And make him like a meme. Make him like kind of self-aware that he's a meme. But you know, make him a suitably heroic space marine. But make him like cognizant of the fact that he's a meme. I think that would actually make a really funny character. As long as you didn't overdo it. Like you just kind of sprinkle in a little bit of that, like, the memes that people make of Indrik Boreal, how goofy he was. But I think he would be a really fun character if they give him a second chance. I think it would also redeem Soulstorm, which was an expansion to the original Dawn of War that people, they weren't too crazy about it. It was definitely, because it wasn't made by Relic Pass. Oh, new item. What are you going to give me?
Adeptus Astartes recognized.
The Meltagun. Oh.
Access granted.
Oh, yes. The Vulcan pattern the Vulcan assault pattern Melta-Gun. Vulcan is referring to Vulcan of the Salamanders chapter. Vulcan is the Primarch of the Salamanders. He's another one of the original 20 Space Marines, or Space Marine Legions. So the Melta-Gun fires a scorching plume of molecularly agitated heat at close range. The power comes at the expense of low ammunition stores and long recharge between shots. So
even here, the tech priests honor their machine god.
So the Melta-Gun is basically the shotgun of this game.
Kill them Space Marines.
But, as you can see, it ignites things. It is typically used as, in the tabletop game, the Melta-Gun is a weapon of extreme armor-penetrating capability. So it's typically used as a way for infantry to attack vehicles, like battle mechs, thinking battle tech, like attacking like mechs. It's basically like anything that, it just gives them an option to reliably destroy heavily armored targets in close range combat, because like it doesn't have a very good range. And also, the Melta-Gun is not a heavy weapon. There is a heavy weapon. There is a heavy weapon version of the Melta-Gun, the multi-Melta. Hey, let me switch to the Melta-Gun, just so you can see it in action. There you go. So the Melta-Gun doesn't have to reload. It needs to recharge. It doesn't have a lot of ammo either. The Melta-Gun runs out of ammo quickly, but we're going to hang on to the Melta-Gun as basically our target cracker. We're going to use it to destroy really tough enemies. But I can't remember what I was talking about. Oh, let's go back to an older topic. I was talking about psychic power. Why are they called... never mind. Why are they called psychic powers instead of magic, even though they actually are magic? Like you have sorcerers that shoot out like magical fireballs and could conjure things. They're like, it's magic, trust me. It's because the Imperium doesn't want to like acknowledge magic. Like it's like a propaganda thing. And so by kind of rebranding magic as psychic power, which is something they did 10,000 years ago, because the Emperor kind of wanted to get rid of superstition and stuff like that. So he was basically like, we're gonna outlaw references to magic and the occult. That's gonna be illegal.
Space Marines, run, boys!
Run? Don't run, fight! No, I'm gonna throw a grenade. Have a grenade. No, I need my health back. Give me my health. And you, I'm just gonna take my frustration out on. Good. Give me my ammo back. Are they coming back down? There we go. Make sure I got plenty of Melta ammo. So this is where we could change out weapons if we wanted to. Now that I have the Melta-Gun, I'm probably gonna use it over the Vengeance Launcher just because I'm gonna use the Stalker pattern as my long-range weapon, and I'm gonna use the Melta-Gun for killing boss enemies. We could switch back to the Chainsword, but I just really like the Power Axe, so we're not going to do that. But you have the option to, if you wanted to switch back to the Chainsword. Anyways, yeah, so the Emperor was like, no, we're gonna get rid of all like occult references, we're gonna get rid of like religion, all of these kind of like occult ideas. Oh, got a cutscene. Okay, so it was a loading screen actually. And that's why...
Adeptus Astartes recognized. Access authorized.
Superior Fury. What does that do? Fury mode now drains significantly less fury. Okay. Take it as the advantage. Destroy the enemies of man. Perfect. A suitably accurate description of the upgrade. I like how I'm carrying the crazy, like... I love how the canister is, like, gothic looking, too. It's like, it's gotta be grim and dark. Even these... Oh, bad aim. Don't tell those of you who know Warhammer, don't tell Telion that I've got bad aim. He'll like lecture. He'll give me an old lecturing about having bad aim. What was I keep forgetting what I was going to talk. Oh yeah, magic. Yeah, so magic. It's not. It's like you can't talk about it. Like magic doesn't exist, even though magic does exist. So it's like a weird like. I like it though. I like the whole idea that they're just rebranding magic as something else. I just think that's a really cool idea. But no, it's just straight up magic. Really? Oh, there's enemy. Those guys down there. I didn't get them. So and yeah, so you have this idea that not all the Space Marines get along. Like I said, they're still battle brothers. They're not going to like. They're not going to turn on each other. They may disagree with strategies to the point that they just don't get along, and their strategies could be a bit dilapidated just because they completely disagree with one another's approaches to war. Like that could always happen, but when push comes to shove, they'll help each other. So anyways, I didn't talk about this whole idea about how the Ultramarines, they don't like the Space Wolves. And one of the reasons for that is because the Space Wolves' gene seed, time for more vocab words, the gene seed of the Space Wolves is not particularly stable. What am I talking about? What is the gene seed? Gene seed is what you need to make Space Marines. It is essentially the genetic material of the Primarch. And in the Space Marine creation process, you're given this gene seed, and to simplify it, it's kind of like it causes you to kind of go through puberty a second time. Like you go through puberty the first time, you grow up suddenly, get bigger, stronger, deeper voice, all these crazy things happen. You could kind of imagine becoming a Space Marine as kind of going through puberty a second time, but like ultra crazy second puberty. And also just like having this gene, these genetics added to you, you change. Sedonis.
Captain Titus.
Well met, brothers. Any idea of our position?
We should be nearing an access point to the surface. The air smells a bit cleaner.
I've had enough of tunnels. Let's get out of here and find the Inquisitor before the orcs do.
Wait, where do I go? Oh, I see. There we go. Crap, I lost my train of thought. Damn it, Battle Brothers. Wait, why? I shouldn't have shot. I didn't realize that I was catching it by surprise. Oh yeah, the Space Marine creation process. Yes, that's it's actually pretty hard to make Space Marines, which is part of the reason why there's not a lot of them, and that's because most people do not survive the Space Marine creation process. It was a little bit easier 10,000 years ago, during the time of the Emperor. It still was very dangerous. It was still hard to become a Space Marine because, like I said, most of the time you just die. And if your gene seed is unstable, there could be bizarre mutations and strange things can happen. And that's one of the problems that these Space Wolves have is their gene seed is a bit, let's say, a little feral. Like they can cause strange transformations and cause their Space Marines to turn into, some might say, monsters. And the Ultramarines are kind of like, yeah, there's something wrong with Lehman Russ's gene seed. He's, yeah, like, what's up with that? You guys sometimes transform into monsters and go feral, like, maybe you guys need to be canceled. Maybe we shouldn't have any Space Wolves because you guys are transforming into weirdos. And the Space Wolves are obviously like, oh, mind your own business. You, like, go back to polishing your armor and posing for parades, you dumb Ultramarines. And the same goes with the Blood, the Blood Angels. The Blood Angels are another chapter that the Ultramarines are like, oh, you guys, something's wrong with you guys. You guys sure seem to have a weird blood curse that causes you to go mad. How strange is that? You know, what a weird thing to happen, and it seems to always happen to blood angels. So maybe there shouldn't be any blood angels. You guys are kind of weird. So the Ultramarines are often antagonized. You know, they're accused of antagonizing the other chapters, but you know, I think even Blood Angels fans, and I think even Space Wolves fans, have to own the fact that they are, a little weird, something a little strange going on in their DNA. Whether or not they need to be canceled, that is a completely different discussion.
Away to the surface.
One of these episodes we need to talk about space ultramarine culture and why it's so interesting that they're obsessed with the codex. Like, you might think that's so boring. Like, oh god, these guys follow the rules. Let me tell you, the novels, which I've read all of, they're really good at making it interesting. Oh.
Once again. Our rendezvous point is this way.
Report to your designated shelters for the duration of the emergency.
Well, Chapter 8, boys. I think that's a good place to stop because we are now officially out of the sewers and we are in Chapter 8. We're back with the squad too. That's great. So we got Leandros. But you know, one of the things I kind of miss, just as a closing thought, is in the Ultramarines novels, the captain gets to talk with his command squad, and that's why I wish there's a command squad. Like, you know, like, where is my upper staff? Like, where is the 2nd Company chaplain? Where's the 2nd Company librarian? Where are all these people that the captain, in the moments of silence, just kind of like, how is the campaign going, brothers? Give me your feedback. And, you know, we just don't have that in this game. It's just a big missed opportunity because that's like the parts in the books where you really get to see like how the captain feels and how the Ultramarines really feel about how the campaign is progressing. Anyways, we'll talk about that another time. Anyways, tell me what you think down in the comments section. Like this video if it was entertaining or informative, fellow battle brothers. And of course, remember that you don't have to be... Oh wait, subscribe for more Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine content. And of course, remember that you don't have to be good to get good.